Hello everyone. When you join, just comment and be sure and share the video tonight. I am doing kind of something fun and different tonight, so you'll want to join us. So just kind of getting everything set up here. Okay, let's see if I got this straight so we're not looking at it. It's a little off. Well, that's even... Okay, so just want to get enough room so everybody can see everything that I'm showing you. So the set that we're going to be using tonight is Inspirational Sketches. And this is from the mini catalog. So we're not actually using a bundle tonight. We're just using a single stamp set. And that is on page 65 of the current mini catalog. And here I have, oops, I forgot that. I'm sorry. The item number is 162684. And I'm just going to write this right on here. One 162684. Now you will need this stamp set to do the cards. Okay, sorry, we just put that back so I knew I'll end up putting it on the side of the table here and then I'll forget where it was. So you will need the stamp set to make the cards that I'm showing you tonight. Kind of doing something, like I said, kind of something fun and different. And let's see here. Hi, Kathy. Happy Sunday. Okay, so like I said, we're using this stamp set tonight. So, and I'm just going to take that out of the way. I'll put that right over there. Anybody needs to, and the thing is, we're using every single stamp in this stamp set. So, okay, so for the first card, I'm using Very Vanilla. So remember to comment and share, because then I will be giving the cards away that I am making tonight. So we're just going to take these pieces here and just going to ink this up, and this is Early Espresso. Okay, so we got that. Then we're going to take this smaller piece, and this is what we're going to use the sentiment on. Oops, got a little light there, the 4. There, perfect. Okay, I did texture do with my embossing folder, and that is the painted textures, and that will be done for you, anybody that gets the kit. Okay, we're going to take this and put this onto the Early Espresso. Whoop. And putting that onto our card base. Okay, so now I'm going to do something kind of different. You can take and use just paper snips, scissors, whatever. Or if you have a punch, a square punch, doesn't have to be this size small, can be any punch. I am just going to take and go in a little bit and just punch just little notches out of it. And you can hear they're just flying here. Like I said, you could just use your scissors and just cut in. But most of us have square punches. So I thought it'd just be a neat way to show that. So then I'm going to take, this is Early Espresso again, and I'm going to layer that onto pumpkin pie. I love this new color. Don't those two go together so well? That is just one of my favorite new colors. And if you know me, I like to make guy cards because everybody is always asking, oh, we need guy cards. This is the perfect color combination for a guy card. Now, isn't that neat? The notches just kind of show other nachos. Isn't that funny? The notches, how it shows through there. Kind of neat, different. This is just going to be a quick, easy card. And making sure my card opens right. Just going to put that right there. With the tag here, I'm just going to take a couple of dimensionals and put those on the ends there. Grab my paper piercing tool. And I'm going to kind of put it sideways there. So really quick and easy. So that is our first card. Okay. Anybody has any questions, let me know. Hi, Velma. Okay, so for the next one, okay, got our Stampin' Blends. Okay, so for this card, and this will be cut for you, I just folded a regular card base, but then I just cut it diagonally. So, kind of something different. So we're going to take the bird out of this one. Ink that up in Memento. I love that black ink pad. It gives it just a nice crisp color. It doesn't, sometimes your black will have a tendency to kind of turn purplish a little bit. So then I'm gonna, because I just about put it away, do the sentiment on there. Yeah, I said it stays nice and black, nice crisp black. You know what I mean by sometimes you see your blacks turn kind of purple. Okay, so this one again, I just took, this is Daffodil Delight, again cut and then just diagonally cut it. And I am using Crumb Cake. So we're going to take this one, it's just kind of like scribbling, and I'm just going to stamp all over that. Any which way, no. You could fill it up a little bit more, or it's just really quick and easy. Okay, then I'm going to take and put our adhesive on this one here. Must be getting to the end here. So just going to try to evenly space that. Okay, so we've got that there. Then we're going to take our white and going to layer that onto, this must really be getting to the end. Let me grab my other one. So we're just going to layer that on to the early espresso again. And the back of the card base. So when you open it like that, you can see this out there. And then going to layer this Daffodil Delight onto the early espresso. And I'm just going to take my, and I use Daffodil Delight. I use the light and the dark. So I'm just going to just color some of that in here. It's kind of shaded, but I'm still just coloring right over it. Now I am going to, like I said, I'm going to show you kind of some neat things when I get all done. Kind of some variation of some different things that you could do or how it would look. So remember to comment when you join me today. That will put you in the drawing for the cards that I'm making right now. Okay, so I did that with the light. Now I'm coming back with the dark. And I'm just going over his wings. I hope I should have colored a little bit more of the light, sorry. I try not to get in the way of my camera, and sometimes I miss things. And I'm coloring with the brush tip in. So I'm just going to come back and kind of go up there where I wanted to be a little bit down farther here. Now I'm going to come back. This is crumb cake and this is my light. So I'm going to do his legs and the branch that he's on. Should check, I guess I haven't checked and see if anybody had any questions. Hi, Kim. Hi, Cindy. Oh, hi, I have two Cindy's on. I'm just kissing that paper with love, yes. Okay. I'll just get it going here so I can see any comments. Okay, and so then just doing the, but then what I'm going to do with my same color, I'm going to come back where I did the darker one and just go over it with this crumb cake. Can you see how some of it gives it a little bit different color? Still makes it like your Daffodil Delight, but it's just got a little darker. So like basically there, you can kind of see it maybe. Just kind of go right with the wings. So I'm staying. Okay, so we've got that. What I want to do is beak here. Then we're just going to take this and right on top here. Go back to our dimensionals again. Just going to put 3 of them along there. Take my pick tool. And we come back here, kind of, remember I have one there at the top, so I want to make sure that that is on there, on the card. And just put that down. That way then, opening it up, because you have this in that's kind of flopping, it won't pull off. So we're going to take our tag. Whoops. I grabbed 2 of them there. I love my take my pick tool. You can just pull them off so quick and easy. And there we have our grading. That just quick and easy again. Okay. So now let me kind of clear some things because the next one is a little bit more entailed. Okay, so we are using Blackberry Bliss. And get my heat tool here. My Versamark. And I am using black embossing powder. So I'm going to, first of all, ink up my stamp with my Versamark. My Versamark is really pretty dark. When you get them, they're nice and white and clean, but after a while, with all of the inks and some embossing powders, they do kind of get them kind of icky. Okay, so then I'm just going to, I always put my embossing powder, you can see I've got little paper pieces in there too. I always put my embossing powder in, these are just like your Ziploc little sandwich containers. And, okay, so we've got that. And it just makes it really easy to have everything in there. You can just put your powder right back there. So I'm just going to heat this up. And when and I've told you this before, when I do embossing powder, I don't move it all around. I just hold it in one area. And then when I start to see it turn, then I slowly just keep going. If you move it so fast all over, you always can't tell what is getting embossed and what's not. What is embossed will be shiny though too, so. Okay, so we've got everything, it's all nice and shiny. Okay. Let me grab my, okay, so I've got my, okay, I've just grabbed a clear block, and I am using my white ink. Kind of takes a little bit to get out of there. And this is one thing though, so remember that if you have a $35 order, you are going to get all of the supplies to make 2 of each of these cards that I make tonight. If you have a $50 order, you are then going to get a pack of the blending pens. And that's what I'm using, a blending pen. I already had a little bit on there, so I wanted to. So I'm just going to grab a little bit of white. I don't want it just white right now. I might go back. I just want to make sure I'm on the camera. And So I'm just going to just go all the way around it, kind of fill it in. It's kind of putsy, but it's really, really pretty. And like I said, I'll kind of like color it. If, this one seems like it has a little bit more. I'll kind of pull some of that color out of there. If I need to go back, get more, just go back to where I had it on the side there. And you can already see what it's kind of getting to look like. And if you got to go back and get more of the main color, kind of pull it in there. And it's kind of neat when you have one that has a little bit of the color of the cardstock that shows through there, because then your white is kind of a little bit darker, a little bit lighter. See there, like this center of the flower. Could just put more in there. Oop, forgot this. Kind of working my way around the outside. Okay, it's just keep working your way around there. And like I said, you can go to some of the bigger stamps, or I mean just little ones. This one is pretty easy to follow. The only thing is I have a camera in my way, so it's a little harder to see for me. So I've got pretty much most of it. But if you want to come back and like I said, you do your white, and if it gets too much, just keep pulling it into the other areas. Okay, let me see if Cindy, I hope this is the wow for this card. I just happened to turn looked at my my computer and I seen your wow right away. That's funny. Yes, when I spread powder and it looks, yeah, you just go slow. It's just so much easier to emboss when you go slow. If you go fast, then you just are like not taking your time, and you really don't know what you've covered really good. And that's why when people say that, oh, I didn't get everything, well, just go slow and kind of work your way around. You also can emboss, like our embossing powders on the top, you can emboss from the bottom too. That's a way that if you don't want, like, your embossing powder is, you know, so it won't fly, it stays more on your paper. Okay, so what's everybody think of that? It's really pretty. I think it is. You can just touch up certain areas. You know, like if you wanted the center of the flowers to be a little bit darker, we could grab a little bit more. Your clear blocks work perfect for this. Or if you have a glass mat, I could have grabbed mine too. So there that is. So we're just going to set this aside. What stamp is that? That is the Inspirational Sketches. That is on page 65 of our mini catalog. So right back here. So it's just a stamp set. There is no dies for this or anything. Okay, so we're just going to put that there. Let me grab my stamp and we'll just do the sentiment on this. Like I said, we've used everything in this stamp set. Oop, I was pretty good. I thought I had my paper kind of sideways and I was like, oh, I'm missing it. Get that out of here. Okay, so we're just going to take our white cardstock and just fold that right in half. Use our bone folder to get a nice crisp crease with that. Now we're using this new 3D folder. Isn't that amazing? That is so cool. Now, if you were to take and put white ink on your embossing folder, put your paper in there, and then, oh my gosh, that was just, I just thought of that. I'm like, oh, that'd be really cool with the white too. Okay, so I'm just put adhesive on that, putting that on to the Blackberry Bliss. Let's put that on the card base. Okay. And I am taking, this is Highland Heather. I'm sorry, I didn't tell you that. So we're going to put the Highland Heather onto our white. Okay. Oh, I better make sure I got this right. I'm going to put this on like this. Yes, that will be perfect. Okay, so we're just going to make sure I got my card opening the right way. So we're just going to put that on like there. And put that right there. We're going to take and use some dimensionals again. I love dimensionals. So remember that if you have a $35 order and you can place your order till Friday, now get this, February 2nd at midnight, you will get the supplies to make 2 of each of these cards. You're going to get 6 cards. But if you have a $50 order, you're going to get a pack of 3 of the blender pens. So here is your 3rd card. Okay, so first of all, card 1, 2, or 3. Okay, but then like I said, I wanted to show you something that, you know, you can take the bird and you can just leave him plain. You don't even have to color it, you know, so you can add color. But what I did too is I took that same technique that I did with the flower, and this one I kind of did the brown, or I did the pecan pie. So like I said, it kind of changed it a little bit to show you this technique on the other ones. So kind of seeing what they would look like. Again, like I said, there's that. Kind of like that one because it kind of gives it the layering effect of all of them. But even the bird is really cute. So anyway, we'll go back to this. Card 1, 2, or 3. So like I said, you have until Friday, February 2nd to place your order of $35 to get the supplies to make 2 of each of these cards. And if you have a $50 order, I'm going to throw in the blending pens. So hopefully everybody liked it. Like I said, I thought it was kind of fun to just play with this and kind of just see. I mean, even the bird looks pretty cool. The mushrooms look kind of neat too. Kind of like that one that kind of does the layer. I like the layering. I like different colors. So, but remember that if you have a $50 order, you can get to pick out something from Celebration. So this is a $50 order. You can pick out any of the items that are the $50, but we do have some $100 ones too. Those have embossing folders that go with them. There's also some dies. So don't forget about this. And you have until the end of February to do that order. So this is the stamp set that we're using. And that is the item number. So that we're using just a stamp set today. There is no dies for this. So, but to make these cards, you would need the stamp set. So 1, 3, and 2. 1, 3, and 2. 2, 3, and 1. 2, 3, and 1. Oh, Velma. I'm like, okay. Hopefully you liked them. They were kind of fun. I mean, just when using one stamp set and kind of, like I said, just do a basic. Don't do any coloring, nothing. But then, like I said, you could do the bird and just don't do any coloring for that. I was going to stamp that in Early Espresso on white. I thought that would be really pretty. I was going to do that before I come down, and then I forgot to. So, but like I said, you can take it from very basic and a little color, go to a little bit more extreme and do some fun techniques. So, really fun stamp set though. Cindy, you like 3, 1, and 2. Oh, 1, 3, and 2. Okay. Well, everybody be sure and join me next Sunday. So we'll have some more fun stamp sets to use. But like I said, you have until Friday, February 2nd. I can't believe it's February already. Wow. Where did January go? And for some of you that live in the same area as I do, I know Kathy and Velma, we have no snow. We're Wisconsin. It's always usually very snowy here and everything, and we go outside. I actually can go outside. I kept teasing my husband. I said, we got to have a bonfire. We got to have a bonfire in January, because I think last year we had like 3 feet of snow in our backyard by our fire pit. I said, we got to have a fire, have a bonfire, so we can say we had a bonfire in January. He was kind of laughing. He goes, I should get the lawnmower out. So we're kind of, it's kind of interesting. It's not normal for us not to have this much snow. We've never ever had it. So not this bad anyway. Too much mud. My husband, well, we're pretty dry. It's pretty dry up our house. It's not too bad out there. I was out in the yard with the dog the other night, but I'll have to be sure and put a picture of our bonfire if we do it. Too much mud. Yeah, I know how it. I know somewhere in our driveway it is kind of a little mucky, but so hopefully everybody liked this stamp set. Remember, this is in the mini catalog. So kind of a unique one. Had fun with it. Kind of like I said, took it from very basic to a little color to doing a technique. So, but thank you everybody for joining me tonight. Don't forget to join me next Sunday night. So we'll do another fun. I haven't decided which one I'm going to use. I don't know. There's so many really cool ones though. And don't forget this really cool embossing folder. Like I said, with this, I don't know if you can see it. It's really a 3D one. It really is raised up. But like I was saying, if you take your embossing folder and go on the side that says Stampin' Up, and I'll just grab one of these just so that you would just ink this side up, put your paper in, and then close it, run it through your machine. You would be amazed at the technique you are going to get. So you can do it with really any color, but I was just kind of saying it was kind of neat with just, I've been kind of showcasing the white tonight, how you could do that. So, but this is a really neat one. It's like one of my favorite. What fold is number 2? This is just, like I said, I just folded it right in half. Just cut my paper diagonally right from the score mark right to the tip corner there. So just kind of kind of something fun. You could even do, as I'm sitting here looking at this, you could take and do a background stamp and say that you could put your background stamp and put just a paper there, just a whatever paper, and kind of just tack it down. Take your background stamp and stamp on there. Then pull this off. So when you looked at your card here, it would be all the background stamp all the way around. But when you open it up, you would have a square right in the center to sign your card. So another fun way that you could do this card. Kind of giving you guys all kinds of stuff tonight. So, of the embossing folder. Oh, what's the name? Okay, let me grab it here. It is Layered Floral. I knew it was floral, and that is 162935, and that on page 75 right here in the back. So that is a really fun one. I just love how raised that one. That one is a really 3D one. I love 3D ones, but this was especially a little bit more in depth. It really shows you the color. Anybody else have any other questions? I think I've got most of your questions here. But be sure to comment and share, because somebody will get all 3 of these cards next week. So I'll draw a winner. You're welcome, Kathy. But again, thank you everybody for joining me tonight. And if you have any questions, please let me know. But be sure to comment and share. And you can place your orders until Friday, February 2nd. And remember, if you have a $35 order, you'll get the supplies to make 2 of each of these cards. These ones that have embossing folders on them, they will already be done. This cut will already be done for you too. So, and then if you have a $50 order, I'm going to throw in some blender pens. So you get 3 of them in a pack. So, and they are just amazing. You can use them over and over. If you look at mine, they look like they're pretty dirty, but if you were to go and use them, they're white. There's no color on there. So, but thank you everybody for joining me again tonight. And we will see you next Sunday night. Thank you, and you have a great night. Bye-bye.